Okay, good morning class. Today we are lecturing on the chapter 5, the new chapters for us. Okay, in these new chapters, you must remember that we are learning about the political parties. Okay, political parties and election system in Malaysia. So here you must understand that I've divided into the three parts. Okay, this is the early parts for political parties, the history of political parties in Malaysia, and political parties and school of thought. This is the first part. The second part is the election system in Malaysia, the pressure group in the election in Malaysia, and then the last part is the future of Malaysia political culture and landscape. Okay, so we just left how many chapters? If you see on here, we just left on the chapter 5 and then chapter 6. Okay, chapter 6 and chapter 7. We don't have a chapter 7, is it? Yeah, I don't think so. We have a chapter 7 because from I know that, okay, we already have 6 chapters. Okay, 6 chapters. So 6 chapters, that means that we already finished until 4. Okay, chapter 4 already finished. Democracy and Political Development in Malaysia. Okay, we already finished also the chapter 3. Now we are on the chapter 5. Political parties and election system in Malaysia. So until we have a chapter 6 is a national and foreign policy. Oh yes, another one is chapter 7. We have a chapter 7, Islam politics. So we have 7 chapters. So now we have we are still on the chapter 5. That means that we just left 2 chapters to finish our class. Okay, so the first one is the history for the introductions and history of political parties. Political parties are part and parcel of the democracy. Political systems do not inherently require the institutions of political parties to advance the politics of the political systems. Political parties are formed after political system are put in place. That means that you must understand that the political parties are formed after political systems are put in place. So in any countries, the first one is the political system must be put in place. So always political parties are a part of democracy. It was only after the establishment of the government first then the political parties can be formed. So that means that the first thing political system are put in place, the second one is establishment of government, and the third one political parties can be formed. So that means that 3 things you have to think. You have to say that 3 things. Okay, 3 things. First, you must have a system, political system. Second, you must have a government. After that, you must have a political parties. Okay, the political party in Malaysia is based on ethnic base. Compared to Western and developed countries, the political parties are based on pragmatic ideology orientations. Although they still maintain the major ideology, liberal, democrat, conservative, socialist, feminist, to distinguish among them. Political parties in Malaysia are formed on the basis of the race, religions, ideology, social class factors, thus that contribute to the high number of political parties existed. Okay, so we are the multi-party systems. So when you say about this, that means that we are the multi-party system based on race. There's a certain party based on race. There's a certain party based on religions. There's a certain party based on ideology. There's a certain parties based on social class factor. Okay, so this is you must get in that we have multi-party system. Okay, and then characteristics of the major political parties in Malaysia: predominantly ethnic based. Predominantly, that means that dominantly is ethnic based, derived from particular ethnic groups like UMNO, MIC, and PPBM. Mostly founded largely on the necessity to protect the interests of particular group. particular group, that means that PKR, that means that DAP, that means that Warisan. Okay. The non-communal ideology party seems to have limited group. This one is a very true. Very true. The non-communal or ideology parties seem to have limited group. That Party Rakyat Malaysia, a system of party coalition for specific reasons. This one is called it Pakatan Party Coalitions, centered around a dominant party system. Centered around a dominant party system, we call it Barisan Nasional. Centered around a dominant party system. Okay. So we are going to history political parties. Okay. So I will telling you about. Okay, I will tell you about the history of our parties. So when you say the parties in Malaysia, okay. So we are going. Okay. Before 1949. Okay. Before 1949, we already have the parties. Just now I said that the political system must put into place the establishment of government. After that, have a political parties. So when you sing like this, I said that before 1949, we already have the political parties. That means that the political system in Malaya already are put in place. Why? Because you understand, British colonized us. Because there's a federated Malay state, unfederated Malay states, and there's a strict states. That means that these three kinds of the state have been united since 1910. On the 1910 or 1909, there's a Bangkok Treaty. But 1910, all the Malay state in the East Coast, like Kedah, Kelantan, Terengganu, Perlis, which are on the behalf of the Siam Islands, are given to the British, and then they are going unfederated Malay state, and they're bringing it into the Malaya, and Malaya become united. That means that we have been united in federated, but not in very good bound, maybe in the loose bound. But there's a political system. So British being in the political system in Malaya. The British being in the political system, that means that the westernized nations political system already bring in Malaya. Okay, and then there's a governments. That means that British governments are officially maybe, because yes, the Sultan have the powers, but you must understand, on the administrations, the resident have the powers. So the resident is appointed by the British. So that means that British are putting the government system in Malaya. Because of this, the political parties exist in Malaya. So the early phase of the political parties exist in Malaya is 1930. That means that after 20 years of the Bangkok Treaty, okay, the government establishment already very good in the state, and then the political system also are put in the place in the very good conditions, and then political parties are exit. And then why they are exit? Okay, you must understand. The first and the old one of the political parties exit in Malaysia is Communist Party of Malaya, CPM. It exit on 1930 and be abolished in 1989 because it signed the peace treaty with the Malaysian anti-governments. So, this Communist Party of Malaya, okay, the aims of the Communist Party of Malaya is to establish the communist governments or communist regime in Malaya. Okay, so this Communist Party Malaya was being recruited by the China, the Chinese Party Communist, CPC, Chinese Party Communist, the China Party Communist. So they are being influenced by the labor movement and solidarity. And then the second O, the O of the parties is Young Malays Unions or Kesatuan Melayu Muda, Young Malays Union. But this party is almost like the organizations, Malay national organizations, from 1938 and then abolished in 1945. Okay, because this party was dissolved after the surrender of Japan, and the members of Kesatuan Melayu Muda, the Young Malay Unions, formed the nucleus of many post-war political parties. That means that mostly the leaders from Kesatuan Melayu Muda form the nucleus, the basic of the nucleus of political parties in the post-war. And then we going to next is Malay Nationalist Party, Parti Kebangsaan Melayu Malaya, PKMM, 1945 and 1948. It's a left-wing nationalisms called Mahanisms. This party was banned with the outbreak of the Malaya emergency because of AMCGA. Okay, MCGA Hatal, the Hatal of AMCGA, 1948. Okay. And then we have a Malayan Democratic Unions, MDU, 1945, and was dissolved in 1948. Okay, because of Malayan emergency. It's a left-wing party. And we're going to All Malaya Council of Joint Actions. Okay, this coalition is a left-wing with the MCA, and then the Malay one, left-wing Malay dominated coalition is a Putra. Okay, this party was ceased to exist after the durations of MDU, the primary commandant party, in 1948. That means that AMCGA ceased to exist after the dissolutions of MDU, Malayan Democratic Unions. And then they also have Angkatan Pemuda Insaf, Aware Youth Corps, and then Angkatan Wanita Sedap, Awaken Women's Unions, and then Overseas Chinese Youth Associations, New Democratic Youth League of Malaya, Pusat Tenaga Rakyat, Center People Powers, Barisan Tani Semalaya, Majlis Agama Tinggi Se-Malaysia, Gerakan Angkatan Muda, Pemuda Radikal Melayu, Hizbul Muslimin, Melaka Labour Party. So mostly when you see of these parties before 1949, almost this party was in the left wing, and this party almost being dissolved. That means that dissolved because of Malayan emergency, because they have a left wing. Okay, and then from 1950 onwards, you will see left wing and right wing. Okay, I will give you the left wing. The most radical left wing is Sarawak Overseas Chinese Democratic Youth League. It's a 1951 until 1954. It's very radical. 1954 been dissolved. And then Radical Party led by Lin Chong Yu. Okay, and after 1952, what happens? After 1952, Lin Chong Yu and the members going to Gerakan. So it's a radical party. It's a very left wing also. Lin Chong Yu after that become the Chief Minister of the Penang. And then there's the Alliance Party. Alliance Party is Parti Perikatan. It's a right wing. It's the UMNO. UMNO was established on 1946. MCA 1949. And then MIC 1951. So they formed the National Front, Barisan Nasional. And then Independent of Malaya Party. Independent of Malaya Party was founding by the Datuk On Jaafar, because Datuk On Jaafar was walked out from the UMNOs, and because he is walked out from UMNO because he want to establish the multi-ethnic party, but the party did not do well electorally and was dissolved in 1953. And then the Labour Party, this Labour Party, there's so much of the Labour Party of Penang, Selangor Labour Party, Perak Labour Party, Negeri Sembilan Labour Party, Pan Malay Union Labour Party. So this one all is a Labour Party. It's a very radical left wing. Okay, left wing. Okay. So what happened of this party? This party, all from the Labour Party of Penang, Selangor Labour Party, Perak Labour Party, Negeri Sembilan Labour Party, Pan Malaya Labour Party, was established from 1952 or 1951 and dissolved 1954. Why they had dissolved 1954 after independence? Because they formed the Labour Party. They formed the Labour Party. So Penang, Selangor, Perak, Negeri Sembilan, and Pan Malaya Labour Party. They formed the Labour Party on 1955. And then there's also a National Associations of Perak, Province Facility Labour Party, Parti Negara. Okay, you must understand. Okay, National Association of Perak. Okay, National Association of Perak was formed in 1953, dissolved in 1959 because the founding Abdul Wahab Tuan Muda Abdul Aziz cooperate with the Independent Malaya Party and related with Parti Negara. The party was renamed the Perak National Democratic Association, eventually absorbed by the UMNO and MCA after the death of the founder. So this National Association of Perak is very, very unique. Okay, and then Province Westerly Labour Party also same, was formed in 1953 and dissolved in 1959 after being absorbed in the Labour Party of Malaya. And Parti Negara, okay, Parti Negara is from Independence of Malaysia Party. It's the Independent of Malaya Party, Parti Kemerdekaan Malaya. Okay, Dr. On Jaafar, because after the 1953 dissolved, and then Dr. On formed again in 1953 and to 1962 is a Parti Negara, National Party. Okay. And dissolved in 1962, okay, after the death of the founding president, Dr. On Jaafar. So Dr. On Jaafar dead, the Parti Negara also dead. And then Malaysia People's Progressive Party, this is a PPP, this PPP, a multiracial political party in Malaysia, which one of the component a member of the Barisan Nasionals. Okay, so it was formed in 1953 and then dissolved 2019. Why dissolved in 2019? Why? Because you must know that because MKVS, the President Party, leaving the National Front. After leaving the National Front, the ROS has the Registrar of Society has this register you must understand, the Registrar of Society has deregistered Malaysia People's Progressive Party, which facing leadership problem. So this party was dissolved January 14, 2019. Okay. And then we're going to Labour Party. Okay. This Labour Party, Labour Party was formed in 1954, but mostly of the members of the Labour Party was being caught after the Penang Hartal in 1967. The Hartal, so there's a two Hartal. The Hartal, let me say HARTL. The Hartal is the mogok. That means that they do certain of the mogok. They do a certain of boycott. Okay, So and boycott, and they do the certain of the rusuhan. Okay, so what happens? So mostly the Labour Party, the members of Labour Party was caught under the ISA, International Security Act, on 1968, and then they make a meeting on 1968, Labour Party of Malaya. So they boycott the 1969. So after the boycott, this party was being banned. But the party's members at last agreed to dissolve in 1972, and they going to the DAP. Mostly the members of Labour Party going to DAP, or they form the Parti Rakyat Malaysia, PRM. Okay. And then Sarawak Liberations League, okay, a radical left wings political organization in Sarawak. It was emerged with the Sarawak Advanced Youth Association in 1956 after being prescribed by the colonial authorities. But this party was formed in 1954 and dissolved in 1956. Same to the Sarawak Advanced Youth Associations, 1956 they are formed after the Sarawak Liberation League dissolved in 1956, and this Sarawak Advanced Youth Associations was dissolved in 1971 because okay, a militant left-wing political organization in Sarawak eventually coalesced with the other radical left-wing groups and formed the nucleus of the North Kalimantan Communist Party. So that means we must understand Sarawak Liberation League is a radical left-wing political organization formed in 1954, dissolved in 1956, and then they joining the Sarawak Advanced Youth Associations in 1956 and dissolved in 1971 because they are disbanded, because they are influenced by the communists. And then Malayan Socialist Youth League was formed in 1956 and dissolved in 1958 because this party joining the Labour Party. And then Malaya Party, Millennium Party, that means that formed in 1956, dissolved in 1964. It's a Malacca-based party. Okay, Malacca-based party. And then this party was dissolved in 1964 because the most of the members defected to Alliance Party, Parti Pikatan. And then Malayan People's Socialist Fund. This you understand. Malayan People's Socialist Fund is the Pakatan Pembangkang. Okay, is the opponent alliance. A coalition initially comprised the Labour Party and Parti Rakyat, Parti Rakyat, Labour Party, Parti Rakyat, and Liberal Party. Okay, is an opposition party in newly independent Malaya until the confrontations result in persecutions and eventual dismiss. Why this party was dismissed? Okay, this party must understand Malayan People's Socialist Front is an opponent alliance formed in 1957 and dismissed in 1959 and dismissed in 1969 after 13th May. So what happened after 13th May? Okay, we're going to the 1960 to 1969. Okay, so we have a two before 1949, after 1949, before 1960, and then after 1960 until 1969. Okay, actually you must understand, after 1960, Sarawak, Sabah, Singapore was formed Malaysia in 1963. So we were acknowledged some of the Parti Negara Sarawak, National Party of Sarawak. It's a Bumiputera dominated multi-ethnic political party. Okay, it was second political party to register in Sarawak. It was established the contest municipal and district council elections. In 1968, the party merged with the Barisan Rakyat Jati Sarawak to form Parti Bumiputera. So Parti Negara Sarawak merged with Barisan Rakyat Jati Sarawak, form Parti Bumiputera. So it was formed in 1960 and dissolved in 1968 because merged with the Barisan Rakyat Jati Sarawak to form Parti Bumiputera. And then another one is the United National Kadazan Organisations. It's the UNCO, Pertubuhan Kebangsaan Kadazan Bersatu. established by Donald Stephens. The first indigenous party in Sabah was modeled after UMNO in Malaya to represent the interests of the Kadazan Dusun community. The party split in 1962 with a group led by the G.S. Sundang going on to form United Pasok Momongan Organizations or UPCO. Okay, and then with United Sabah National Organization USNO, okay, was formed in 1961 and dissolved in 1996 because USNO was merged and joining the UMNO. Or certain of members joining also Parti Bersatu Sarawak. So mostly the members was dominated by the Muslim Bajau community. USNO is mostly dominated by the Bajau community. So Muslim Bajau community, and then they are joining the UMNO or Parti Bersatu Sabah. Okay. So what happened is Barisan Rakyat Jati Sarawak, just now I already told to you, a Muslim Mitra Party, primarily represented the interests of ethnic Malay and Melanau community, emerged with Parti Negara Sarawak just now to form the Parti Bumi Putra. That means that you must understand Barisan Rakyat Jati Sarawak is dominantly Malay and Melanau. So just now is Parti Negara Sarawak is the either than Malay and Melanau. That means that Kadazans. No, Kadazan. Iban, Penan, others of the indigenous peoples, we call it Bumiputera Sarawak. Okay, so understand? Barisan Rakyat Jati Sarawak is Melanau and Malay Sarawak. But Parti Negara Sarawak is either than Malay and Melanau. Or we call it other than Bumiputera Malay and Bumiputera Melanau. And then Sarawak National Party. Okay, Sarawak National Party, a motive that was formed in 1961 and dissolved in 2030 because of what? A motive ethnic party, it joined the Sarawak Alliance, was expelled in 1965, and then joining the Barisan National Coalition in 1976. But was again expelled in 2004. It then joined the Pakatan Rakyat coalitions in 2010, but withdrew just before the 2011 Sarawak state elections. So this Sarawak National Party is the opponent party. And then North Borneo Democratic Party, a Chinese-based party that was established in Jersuston, Sandakan, emerged at the same year with the Sandakan-based United Party to form Borneo Utara National Party, or they name it the Sabah National Party. And that's the United Party, a Chinese-based party that was established in Sandakan. Okay, so that means that United Party is a Chinese-based Sabah. North Borneo Democratic Party is a Chinese-based. And now we're going to United Pasok Momongan National Organizations. Okay, Pasok Momongan or UMMO, a breakaway from the United National Kadazan Organization. It eventually reunited with the parent party to form the United Pasok Momongan Kadazan Organization and form the Sabah Alliance with the United Sabah National Organization and the Sabah National Party. So that means that this is a United Pasok Momongan National Organization was formed the Sabah Alliance with the USNO and Sabah National Party. So this is a right-wing party, Bumiputera Party. And now both Borneo Utara National Party, a mergers of the North Borneo Democratic Party and the United Party. So that means that just now you already know North Borneo Democratic Party and United Party is a Chinese-based Sabah party. They formed the Borneo Utara National Party, but dissolved after the Sabah joining the Federation of Malaysia. Okay, and then Sarawak Chinese Associations. Okay, it's a Chinese-based party set up by the former Parti Negara Sarawak. It's a Parti Negara Sarawak. You must remember Bumiputera. Okay, it was part of the Sarawak Alliance in 1970. Most of the members crossed over to Sarawak United People's Party. So that means that in 1962 they are formed, and dissolved in 1974. Because why? Because Sarawak Chinese, okay, before that you understand, this is a Chinese base. So they formed Parti Negara Sarawak. That means that they formed with the Bumiputera Sarawak. After that, maybe they feel discomfort and then they left. And then they form another Sarawak United People's Party, or SUPP. So SUPP is a Chinese, Sarawak Chinese based party. And then Sarawak Native Heritage Party, Parti Persaka Anak Sarawak. Okay, so this party also merged with the Parti Bumiputera to form the Parti Persaka Bumiputera Bersatu, PPBB, Parti Persaka Bumiputera Bersatu. And then United Democratic Party, this is Lim Chong Yu. Okay, this is Lim Chong Yu. And then they dissolved in 1968 to form Parti Gerakan Rakyat Malaysia, Sabah Indian Congress. Okay, this the Sabah Indian Congress was formed in 1962 and they dissolved in 1975 because they are the members crossed to the Parti Bersatu Rakyat Jelata Sabah. And then Sabah National Party, National Convention Party. So these two party, Sabah National Party and National Convention Party, this party was formed in 1963 and dissolved in 1965. Because why? Because after the Sabah entered the Malaysians. Okay, and then United Pasok Momogon Kadazan Organisation, UPCO. So a merger of United Kadazan National Organisation and United Pasok Momogon National Organisation. You still remember United Pasok Momogon National Organisations and United Kadazan National Organisation? These two party formed the UPCO. So this UPCO was formed in 1964. Okay, but in 1977 the party was absorbed to the United Sabah National Organisation and they are joining the National Front. After that, they are getting out. So they are left the National Front and then they join the Pakatan Harapan, UPCO. And then there's a lot of the parties. Okay, I just tell you, Machinda Party. Machinda Party is not the Indian party. It's the Sarawak United People Party who are discomfort with the increasing communist influence led by the Michael Buma. The party participated in the Malaysia Solidarity Convention's internal conflict. So this the party was said that internal conflict over the participation of the party in the MSC eventually caused the party dissolution in 1967. So what happens? This party discomfort the increasing communist influence in SUPP. So Michael Buma feel discomfort with the communist influence in the Sarawak United People Party. It's a Chinese base. It's a Chinese based Sarawak party who left the Parti Negara Sarawak Panas. And then Sabah Chinese Associations, this party, and then joining the National Front in the MCA. Okay, they are joining. It's the Sabah Chinese Associations joining the MCA. And then Malaysia Solidarity Conventions. Okay, People Action Party of Malaya. Okay, this party with the United Democratic Party and People Progressive Party, Sarawak United People Party and Machinda Party to challenge what they perceive the growing communism. So Malaysian Solidarity Convention is the opponent party in Sarawak. It's the opponent party in Sarawak. And then United Malaysian Chinese Organisations. Okay, this party, United Malaysian Chinese Organisations, Parti Persatuan Cina Malaysia Bersatu, okay, was dissolved in 1970 after the 30th May. This organisation is formed by the opponents party, who's based on Chinese base. And we're going to 1970. Okay, so after 30th May, we see that a lot of party already being say that the left wing, like the North Kalimantan Communist Party, Communist Party of Malaysia, Communist Party of Malaya, okay, this party have become underground, because they cannot be in the reality. They cannot move because they being disbanded. So what happened is, what happened? North Kalimantan Communist Party, influenced the Sarawak Advanced Youth Associations, and they also influenced Sarawak United People's Party. So mostly because of Chinese base, so mostly the Chinese are influenced by the communists. Same like the Communist Party of the Malaya. This Communist Party of Malaya, also they are being influenced mostly the Chinese, the most Chinese. And then the Communist Party of Malaya also, there's two. One is a revolutionary factions, one is a Marxist leanings. But from where we are seeing that the most of the parties and the most of the Communist Party was being involved in socialists. They involved in socialists. So when you see this one, Socialist Party, Socialist Democrat Party. So Socialist Democrat Party must understand, Socialist Democrat Party. If you see on this one, why Socialist Democrat Party, SDP, was formed in 1978 and dissolved in 1986, established by the Democrat Action Party. That means that you understand. The DAP, that means that DAP is a Socialist Democrat Party. DAP is mostly the members of the Socialist Democrat Party. So you see that the DAP was being spilled. DAP was spilled. Was spilled in 1978. So that's 1970 to 1979. So after 1980, after the 1980, we see that this changing of the politics in Malaysia. So almost 10 years in Malaysia, the politics was changing. You see on this thing, from 1950 to 1959 is the early phase. After the 1960 to 1969, the second phase almost dominated by the Chinese and communists. After 1970 to 1980, still the Chinese, mostly on the opponent, was influenced by the communists and the Socialist Democrat. So the changing of the politics in Malaysia is 10 years. 10 years. Each of the 10 years, the politics was changed. So from 1980 to 1989, so the changing now become from the Chinese base to the Malay base now. Why? We understand, Parti Hizbul Muslimin Malaysia, HAMNIM. This was formed by the former president of the past, spilled in the past. And then you're going to the Harakah Keadilan Rakyat, also spilled. Coalition composed of PAS, Parti Rakyat Malaysia, Parti Nasionalis Malaysia, and Social Democrat Party in 1986 generation against Barisan Nasional. And then we're going to the Angkatan Keadilan Rakyat. Angkatan Keadilan Rakyat is 1989. Formed in 1989 and dissolved in 2001 after they have formed the Parti Keadilan Rakyat. Parti Keadilan Rakyat. And then there's a Gagasan Rakyat. A coalition comprising DAP, PAS, Semangat 46, Parti Rakyat Malaysia, Parti Bersatu Sabah, or Malaysia Indian Progressive Front to contest in 1990 generations. Dispute between the DAP and Semangat 46 eventually caused the coalition to fall apart, and the coalition was dissolved after poll showing in the 1995 general elections. And then Angkatan Pemadaman Hukum, a coalition comprising the Parti Melayu Semangat 46, PAS Berjasa. So Berjasa, see that? Berjasa. So Berjasa and the Parti Hizbul Muslimin Malaysia to contest in 1918 generations. And when you see this one, that means that this changing, that means that this changing from 1980 to 89 is changing from the Chinese to Malay. Okay, Chinese to Malay. Because of that, you see that, okay, like the Sabah Chinese Consolidated Party joining the Liberal Democratic Party. No. It's a break away from Sabah Chinese solution after the party pursued in 1976 state election. In 1999, it's raided abandoned the party across over the new form Liberal Democrat Party (LDP). Okay, Liberal Democrat Party (LDP). Rather than after that, joining the National Front (LDP). And then Parti Bangsa Dayak Sarawak, Leo Mogi. Okay, is from the Dayak community, and then they are joining the National Front. And then we're going to see this one. This base, we see that mostly the party in the base was joining National Alliance. Mostly the party was when they come until the 1980 to 89, they form with the Barisan Nasional. So Barisan Nasional at last become the 40 parties. So after 1990 to 1999, okay. And then you see that after 90 to 1999, the parties become small. We are not become big multi-party system, but we have become the smaller multi-party system. So just a party we are left is a Malaysian Democratic Party. Okay, Malaysian Democratic Party was split from the DAP but dissolved in 2008 because they joined the Parti Keadilan Rakyat. And then Barisan Rakyat Sabah Bersekutu, okay, is established by the former Sabah Chief Minister Haris Saleh. And then in 2010, what happened is they formed the Sabah People's Front. Sabah People's Front. After they are joining the Sabah Front, this party was being dissolved in 2010. And then Barisan Alternatif 1998 to 2008 was opponent party coalitions of Keadilan, DAP, PAS and PRM. Okay, tension between DAP and PAS caused the pact to fragment, and by 2004 he has ceased to exist. So you must remember, Keadilan is from Parti PKR, Parti Keadilan Rakyat is from which party? From which party? Already told to you just now. It's from the Keadilan Keadilan Party, is it? Angkatan Keadilan Rakyat. AKAR was formed in 1989 and dissolved in 2001. Because why? Founded by the splinter of Parti Bersatu Sabah, headed by Mat Koding, he joining Barisan Nasional in 1991. In 1998, he amended its name to Angkatan Keadilan Rakyat Bersatu. Okay. In 1996, a relationship tussle between its two top leaders, Pandika Amin Mulia and Jeffrey Kentingan, led to the latter returning to PBS with Rush Group. Eventually, Pandika and Parti Remainers decided to dissolve the party and join UMNO. So this AKAR 2001. This AKAR and then become the Parti Keadilan Rakyat. Okay, Parti Keadilan Rakyat. And then there's Angkatan Insaf Rakyat, IA 1999. It's a group coalitions formed by PAS, Hanim Berjasa and two other smaller groups. And Parti Reformasi Insan Malaysia 1999 formed, and what happens, dissolved in 2009 after they have formed Human Rights Party. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just left a 6 party. So the Malaysia changing now. After the 10 years, they are changing. Okay, and then 2009, okay, become only 4 party. Malaysian Dayak Congress, formed by supporters of Daniel Tajem, who fought Dr. Jes Masing, okay, in the battle power struggle in Parti Bangsa Rakyat Sarawak in 2003 to 2004. This result in the disaster of PBDS, with Masing supporter forming Parti Rakyat Sarawak, MDC, however, failed to obtain elections, and the key leaders contested subsequent elections as independent or representative of other party, like Parti Keadilan Rakyat in 2003. One group managed to successfully register Parti Bangsa Dayak Sarawak Baru. And then Malaysia Indian Democratic Action Front, MINDRAF, was formed in 2005, dissolved in 2009. It's a HINDRAF. It's the HINDRAF. But what happened is mostly the four major HINDRAF activists was under Internal Security Act. So after that, they formed with the Human Rights Party, Parti Mahasiswa Negara, National Student Party. Okay, this one is a multi-ethnic party, political, led by the activists of the past-friendly all Malaysian Muslim underground movements. This one, we call it unofficially National Student Party. But because of AUKU, the students are forbid to active participation in politics. And then the last one is the Pakatan Rakyat, a coalition between PKR, DAP, PAS and SNAP Sarawak National Party. Okay, that was formed after 2008 generation. It failed to obtain registration but continued to operate as a electoral in the 2013 general election. In 2008 generation, they eventually get Kelantan, Kedah, Selangor, Perak. Is it 2008? And then 2013. No. In 2008 generations, PAS get Sarawak, PAS get Kelantan, Terengganu, and then Perak, Penang, Selangor. These 5 states was fall under Pakatan Rakyat in 2008 generations. Kelantan, Terengganu, Perak, Penang, and Selangor. On the 2013, Pakatan Rakyat get Kelantan, Kedah, Terengganu lost, Penang, Perak lost, Sarawak 4 states. And this party was dissolved in 2015 after the tension between the PAS, among the PAS, and then Amanah was formed new coalition. Okay, Amanah was established, and their coalition with Pakatan Harapan, and PAS leave the Amanah, leave the Pakatan Rakyat. So Pakatan Rakyat was dissolved. Okay, so the changing now is 2010 until 2019. So in this 2010 until 2019, just 3 parties only. Sabah People's Front, a splinter party of the Federal Sabah People's Front. This Sarawak, also Sarawak in 2012. Okay, Sarawak People's Party, members led by the decision leader Sen Chin Hua, turned into New Sarawak Workers' Party. Meanwhile, the party former President Burma Angkat formed and become the president of New Sabah Peace Party. So this Sabah People's Fund is mostly have 2 sides, one from the Sarawak, one from Sabah. Okay, and then Parti Tenaga Rakyat Sarawak, a splinter party of Sarawak Progressive, SPDP, Sarawak Progressive Democratic Party, but it attempted to join Barisan Nasional but failed. Member contested in 2016 Sarawak state election as direct candidate of the BN. So the party officially dissolved itself to allow the member who were won as a direct BN candidate to join any component party of the coalitions. And then lastly is a Parti Harapan. Parti Harapan or Pakatan Harapan. Okay, Pakatan Harapan was formed in 2017 December, and they win the elections. So we are seeing that Malaysian this one, you see that. Okay, every 10 years there's a changing. Okay, so what happened is, you must know that opposition allies in challenging National Front political hegemony ini. So I already told to you Pakatan Pemadaman Ummah, Gagasan Rakyat, Bahasa Alternatif, Pakatan Rakyat. So Pakatan Rakyat and then Pakatan Harapan, this reason for being lost in G14. Okay. So this one is we're going to see that. Okay, we're going to see that is the school of thought. The school of thought of the each of political parties already told to you. Some are based on religion, some based on ideologies, some based on the ethnic base. So each party have their thought. Okay, like communist to socialist, communist to socialist, Democrat, and then there's a left wing, right wing, center. Right wing there's a UMNO, MCA, MIC, which are on the ethnic base. And left wing is like the ideologies is very radicals. Okay, radicals. And there's a center parties also. So this you understand. National Front is the right wing. Pakatan Harapan have a center and left wing. Okay. So already told you this the early part already told you early part. Okay. And now you must understand why the factor contribute to establishment of Pakatan Harapan as a new opposition coalition, the President of Pakatan Rakyat, because BM PAS, that means that PAS and UMNO already being cooperate, because UMNO and PAS cooperate in the time of the Najib, and then after National Front losing in the 2018 generation, so they form with the PAS with the Muafakat Nasional or Perpaduan Ummah. And then DAP, okay, you understand that withdrawal of the PAS from PR due to several issues with the DAP, especially on the PAS Islamic agenda and hudud, hudud issue. And then the federal opposition party to form solid coalition starting from Bahasa Alternatif and Pakatan Rakyat. And then you must understand that the inclusions of PAS bill, the Parti Amanah Negara, and then also the UMNO, the split from UMNO is Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia, PBBM. But what happened is after 2018, just only 4 of the leaders still remain with the Tun Dr. M, but the other of the MP left the Tun Dr. M, joining the Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. And then ensuring that the split in Pakatan Rakyat will never repeated. And then preparation for Malaysian Generation 14, 2018. And then you must understand that why National Front BN lost in J14, because Najib weak emulations and scandals, strong opposition coalitions, the return of OGAT, Tun Dr. M, Tun Daim Zajuddin, Tan Sri Hafid Aziz, and then the leadership of the Tun Dr. M, United Pakatan Harapan, using one organization, leading and strategizing the Pakatan approach, and Malay Tsunami. We call it Malay Tsunami, but it's mostly because of the Malays reject Najib. But you understand that when Malay reject the Najib in 2018, after then they have realized that they have been deceived by the Pakatan Harapan, and they return back to the UMNO and PAS. And then deficit Sabah, Sarawak and Johor. Sabah turning to the Warisan. But now Sabah also being 50-50. And then Sarawak gabungan Parti Rakyat Sarawak leave the National Front, but after that joining again in the Perikatan Nasional. Okay. So Islamic character began to carry many fights. That means that after the 10 years, they're changing. So the Islamic factors. The Islamic factors started from 1980. So 1980, from that years, Islam become the main role of the dominance in our politics. Okay. Let's say that our ulama, clerics headed by Rushd Rawah, Fazeno, Ni Aziz, Abdul Hadi Awang. So that means that PAS, you must understand, PAS now become predominantly Malay state of Kelantan, Terengganu, Kedah and Perlis. Now PAS also become more influenced in the Johor, Perak, and certain place in the Selangor and Pahang. So that means that PAS become more and more influence now. Okay. And then because of PAS become more and more influence, after that what happened is UMNO become weak. Whatever is the Malays going back to their identical political ethics. Okay, that's all. This is the first part. This is the first part of the political thoughts, and history of political parties. So I will move against to the second parts in the next class. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Thank you.